I hated my life. Or maybe I was just indifferent to it. I can't be sure. All I know is that every day was the same. Wake up, go to work, come back home, watch TV, go to sleep, repeat. No surprises, no challenges, no joy. I worked as a secretary in a law firm. It was a boring and tedious job. I typed letters, answered phones, filed documents. I had no interest in the cases or the clients. I was just a cog in a machine. I had no friends or hobbies. I didn't socialize or go out. I didn't read books or listen to music. I didn't have anything to talk about or to share. I was alone and lonely. I was unhappy with my appearance and my lack of romance. I was overweight and plain-looking. I wore glasses and frumpy clothes. I never dated or flirted. I never felt attractive or desired. I was invisible and ignored. I wished I could escape my dull existence and have some excitement. I dreamed of traveling the world and having adventures. I fantasized about meeting new people and falling in love. I imagined being someone else and living a different life. But it was all just wishful thinking. Nothing ever changed. Until the day I received the letter. The letter was addressed to me, but it had no return address or stamp. It was handwritten in a neat and elegant script. It said, "Dear Madam, you have been chosen to participate in a game of wit and wonder. If you are brave enough and curious enough, you will find a reward beyond your wildest dreams. If you are not, you will miss the opportunity of a lifetime. To begin the game, you must solve this riddle. What has a face and 2 hands but no arms or legs? The answer will lead you to a hidden location where you will find your next clue. You have 24 hours to complete the first challenge. If you succeed, you will receive further instructions. If you fail, you will be disqualified. Do not tell anyone about this letter or the game. It is a secret between you and us. Good luck and have fun. The Adventurers." I was stunned and puzzled by the letter. Who were the adventurers? What was the game? What was the reward? Was it a prank or a scam? I decided to find out. I grabbed my coat and my purse and headed out the door. I had 24 hours to solve the riddle and find the location. I had 24 hours to change my life. The riddle was easy. The answer was a clock. I looked for a clock shop near my apartment and found one. It was closed, but there was a note on the door. "Knock 3 times and say the password. Time flies." Who writes the password on the door like that? I said sarcastically. I did as instructed, and the door opened. A man in a trench coat and a fedora greeted me. "Welcome to the secret game, madam. I'm your guide. Follow me." He led me to a back room where there was a large wooden chest. He opened it and showed me its contents. "Inside this chest, you will find everything you need to join the adventurers. A new passport, a new identity, a new wardrobe, a new phone, and a new ticket. You can choose any name, any appearance, any personality you want. You can be anyone you want to be." I was hesitant. I had always been a cautious person, afraid to take risks or step out of my comfort zone. But the man in the trench coat seemed to sense my hesitation and spoke words that would change my life forever. "Madam, I understand that you're hesitant, but let me tell you a secret that might change your mind. There are 2 types of people in this world, those who live life to the fullest and those who let life pass them by. If you're content with living a boring and unfulfilling life, then you can leave now. But if you're curious about what it's like to truly live, to experience the world and all it has to offer, then this secret game is for you." His words struck a chord within me. He was right. I had been living my life on autopilot, going through the motions every day without any real purpose or passion. I had been wasting my time, and I knew it. I wanted to feel alive and free, and the idea of being part of a group of adventurous people, going on exciting missions and exploring new places, all while keeping it a secret, was too tempting to resist. I looked at him and nodded. "I'm in." He smiled at me warmly. "Excellent choice, madam. You won't regret it. Now, let's start your secret adventure." I hesitated for a moment, staring at the wooden chest in front of me. It seemed too small to fit a person, let alone all the items the guide had mentioned. But then again, the whole situation was already too surreal to be believed. I took a deep breath and opened the lid. Inside, I found a set of neatly folded clothes, a new passport, a phone, and some cash. There was also a note with instructions to follow. I quickly changed into the new outfit and put on a wig to alter my appearance. I hesitated for a moment, unsure of what name to choose, but eventually settled on a common one that wouldn't draw attention. As I made my way out of the back room, the guide handed me a plane ticket and a piece of paper with an address on it. "This is where you need to go next. Good luck," he said, before disappearing behind me. I made my way to the airport, trying to act natural and blend in with the crowds. The new passport and the wig helped, but I still felt nervous and exposed. When I boarded the plane, I found my assigned seat and tried to calm my nerves. Hours later, I arrived at my destination and made my way to the address on the piece of paper. It turned out to be a small apartment in a residential area. I knocked on the door and waited. A man opened the door and looked me up and down. "You must be the new recruit," he said, gesturing for me to come inside. And so my new life as a secret agent began. It wasn't glamorous or exciting at first, but it was a step up from my old job. I was given training, missions, and a sense of purpose. I didn't know who the adventurers were or what their ultimate goal was, but I didn't really care. I was finally doing something meaningful with my life. As I walked away from the small apartment that had served as my first secret agent safe house, I couldn't believe how much my life had changed. I had gone from a bored and unfulfilled existence to a life filled with excitement, purpose, and adventure. Since joining the adventurers, I had traveled to exotic locations, solved mysteries, and taken on dangerous missions. I had made new friends, learned new skills, and discovered a sense of belonging that I had never felt before. But it wasn't just the thrill of the missions that had changed me, it was the people I had met along the way. My fellow adventurers were some of the bravest, most interesting, and most supportive people I had ever known. They had become like family to me, and I knew that no matter what happened, they would always have my back. As we stood together in front of the ancient temple, having just completed our latest mission, I felt a surge of gratitude and pride. We had come so far, accomplished so much, and had so many adventures together. And it was all thanks to the secret game that had brought us together. But as I looked around at my fellow adventurers, I knew that this was just the beginning. We had all found something here that we had been missing in our lives. We had found a sense of purpose, a sense of belonging, and a sense of adventure that we had never known before. And we weren't going to stop anytime soon. As we parted ways, each of us returning to our own lives and identities, I knew that I would never forget this chapter of my life. The secret game had changed me in ways that I couldn't even begin to describe. It had given me a new perspective, a new sense of purpose, and a new group of friends that I would cherish for the rest of my life. Looking back on it all now, I realized that joining the adventurers was the best decision I ever made. It showed me what it truly means to live life to the fullest, to take risks, to embrace the unknown, and to never stop exploring. And for that, I will always be grateful.